Hello everyone, Tina Spalding Trance Channel here for our daily Course in Miracles lesson. Today is lesson number 51. Oh, this is exciting. We are going to do a review today. That is something that comes up intermittently in the Course in Miracles lessons. And so the review today covers the following ideas. Number 1, nothing I see means anything. The reason this is so is that I see nothing and nothing has no meaning. It is necessary that I recognize this, that I may learn to see. What I think I see now is taking the place of vision. I must let it go by realizing it has no meaning, so that vision may take its place. Number 2, I have given what I see all the meaning it has for me. I have judged everything I look upon, and it is this and only this I see. This is not vision, it is merely an illusion of reality because my judgments have been made quite apart from reality. I am willing to recognize the lack of validity in my judgments because I want to see. My judgments have hurt me, and I do not want to see according to them. Number 3, I do not understand anything I see. How could I understand what I see when I have judged it amiss? What I see is the projection of my own errors of thought. I do not understand what I see because it is not understandable. There is no sense in trying to understand it, but there is every reason to let it go and make room for what can be seen and understood and loved. I can exchange what I see now for this merely by being willing to do so. Is not this a better choice than the one I made before? Number 4, these thoughts do not mean anything. The thoughts of which I am aware do not mean anything because I am trying to think without God. What I call my thoughts are not my real thoughts. My real thoughts are the thoughts I think with God. I am not aware of them because I have made my thoughts to take their place. I am willing to recognize that my thoughts do not mean anything and to let them go. I choose to have them be replaced by what they were intended to replace. My thoughts are meaningless, but all creation lies in the thoughts I think with God. Number 5, I am never upset for the reason I think. I am never upset for the reason I think because I am constantly trying to justify my thoughts. I am constantly trying to make them true. I make all things my enemies so that my anger is justified and my attacks are warranted. I have not realized how much I have misused everything I see by assigning this role to it. I have done this to defend a thought system that has hurt me and that I no longer want. So that is lesson number 51, the review of those lessons. Let's see what Jesus has to say today. You are blessed beings indeed. I am that one that you know as Jesus, and it is important to review some of the concepts and ideas that have been introduced to your mind so far. As you look back over these lessons, we want you to remember those lessons. We want you to remember and recall why we are doing this work together. We are doing this work together to relieve your mind of suffering caused by your misdirected thoughts and your misinterpreted thoughts and your distorted thoughts. We are working together to retrain the mind to align with love. That is what we are doing. We are also retraining the mind so that it becomes more peaceful, so that you can hear inner guidance. We are also working together to demonstrate that we understand that we do not know what's in our best interests when we are suffering. We are being given guidance by our emotional guidance system that tells us we are off track. We are doing these lessons because we know there must be a better way than the way we are living now. We want you to understand that reviewing these lessons is an important part of the practice. It is not just to demonstrate to you that you have learned some interesting things. It is also there to demonstrate to you that these are things that need reviewing and practicing and using in your day whenever you encounter a situation where these lessons become applicable as a way of relieving your own suffering. These thoughts and ideas, these lessons, these beliefs, these new concepts will become natural to you at some point. And you may even find yourself using them now when you get distressed, when you get angry, or when you get frightened. I am that one that you know as Jesus, and this is the most powerful mind training program that is available to you as Westerners at this time. It was designed for the Western mind. It was designed for these times. It was designed by those of you that are motivated to bring into being a more loving experience for yourself, your friends, your family, and for the planet. And we want you to remember that when you slip. We want you to remember that when you become disillusioned with this work, because it happens. You get tired of the practice periods, the ego is nagging at you, people are upsetting you so much, you feel as if this is extra work. But it is not extra work. It will relieve the effort over time. Over time, you will find that you are not battling with yourself so much. You are not battling with others so much. You are not regretting so much. You are not fearful so much. And all of those things use up your precious energy. And as you come into more alignment over time, you will have access to more and more energy, more and more creativity, more and more guidance. So do not despair. If you are struggling or if you have had some difficulties with these lessons, we want to encourage you to continue on, even if you feel you've done it imperfectly, even if you feel that you could have done more but you didn't. Make tomorrow the day that you decide, I'm going to do it exactly as described in A Course in Miracles. I'm going to dedicate myself to these lessons because I have seen what my mind creates. I have seen what my mind gets up to when it is not trained by a loving teacher. And I don't want to spend the rest of my life experiencing that. That really is what we are getting rid of here. We are getting rid of your suffering, your fears, and eventually your sickness and your death. I am that one that you know as Jesus. And we will see you tomorrow.